What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike. This is another Wrestling Battle podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we're back with more wrestling because Saturday, AEW decided, hey, we need 6 days of wrestling all in one. So they added another day of wrestling. So we do have a lot of wrestling to cover. But first, we do have a wrestling retrospect. And last week, you picked Barry Horowitz.
Yes, I did. Uh, Let me get the YouTube history because most of his stuff is actually very, very easily found on YouTube.
Yeah, because they're not
So,
they're like 2 minute matches. Great.
no, I mean, there's a few, but I didn't pick any of the long ones. Um, the first one I picked, of course, Norman Smiley versus Barry Horowitz.
Nice. The WCW.
This is WCW. It looks like Saturday night. Yes, it is on the Superstation. Uh, and this is 10/03/98. So
Nice.
this is a while. This is before Norman Smiley became the hardcore champion
Yeah. So this when he was
because
the
he
big
does
wiggle.
not have the gear.
Yeah.
And he barely did the big wiggle, just to be honest. That's
Oh, okay.
interesting. I think this was he already had it, but he barely did it. Uh, this match was surprisingly uh, not one-sided. Like usually Barry Horowitz is getting his ass kicked, but this is WCW, so he actually goes toe to toe with Norman Smiley. It's
Nice.
only 6 minutes. It's not very long. And the cool thing is, if you've been seeing a lot of gifs of Norman Smiley recently, you know that he is a submission expert actually, and that's surprisingly how he ended the match. Um, Caught him with like the scissors, the leg scissors into that leg submission. I believe you saw recently that they should have put the gif of him fighting in Japan
Yeah.
when he tried the dude and he caught his leg and he caught him with the submission like that, and that's how he ended the match. That's pretty
Nice.
crazy. Did not know he did that in WCW, so that is cool. What's yours?
So there was three categories that I picked. I picked when he actually had a competitive match, when he got his ass handed to him, and then just one that it was surprisingly a decent sized match. So the first one I'm gonna pick is the ass whooping, which it was given by Dusty Rhodes. So it was Dusty Rhodes versus Barry Howard. This was WWE Superstars. Um, Match was about 3 minutes long. I think I think Dusty Rhodes' entrance was longer than the match itself because he was just dancing around the crowd and everything like that. This is big black and yellow polka dots. Um, Barry Howard did act like a heel in this match because when he was still celebrating in the ring, he kind of jumped him in the back, and then Dusty Rhodes pursued to whoop his ass. So he did it to himself. Put it to himself. Dusty Rhodes wins. He fucking clobbers him. But you actually saw some a little offense from Barry Howard because he did jump from behind, so he got some little licks in. But all in all, it ended pretty much him being beat. So that was our first match.
Do you remember what move he did to beat him? Was it like the
The
elbow
elbow,
or something else?
the bionic
Okay,
elbow.
okay.
Yeah,
Because I don't very much remember Dusty's stuff in WWF at the time.
yeah.
So.
It was weird because again, you never really saw him finish a match at like the pay per views he was in. It was always like
Okay,
interrupted with something or there was story going into it. But
all
yeah,
right.
the bionic elbow was his finisher.
Okay, okay. All
The
right.
standing elbow, yeah. That was your first match.
The second one I have was another one that it's kind of funny. Just put it out there. This character, the Red Rooster, I is probably most famously known for his bad promo that ended up on Botchamania. Um, I think the guy was actually a fairly decent wrestler, but he had just, it was the time.
Red Roosters is the responsible for most of the current wrestlers there are in WWE.
There you go. All right.
He's a
See,
big in backstage.
you know
He's
his
one of
name?
the big teachers. Yeah.
You know his name though?
His
I don't know
name.
his name.
Fuck. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Um, they always talk about him too. Red Rooster. Terry
Uh,
Taylor.
Terry Taylor. There you go. Okay, so he got his due then. All right, we just put it that way. He got what he deserved because he's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
This one is actually very early. It says 12/24/1989.
Yeah.
So this is very very early WWF. Um, and like I said, it's these two. It's not a long match. It's like 3 minutes. It's basically good guy versus bad guy. Uh, Mostly to show off the Red Rooster at this time, I assume, right?
Yeah.
But he's hilarious because he just does the chicken walk around the ring. He crows when he wins, and his song is the rooster. I'm just like, this man, they went all in. Why? Why? Um, like before, Barry Horowitz gets the little kicks and punches here, but he basically just goes down. And not for nothing, Red Rooster's finisher is a nasty armbar. Like he hoists you up on his back and has you like in a almost like a modified Kimura. It's like I don't know how he didn't break the other man's arm. Jeez,
Tried.
it's kind of vicious. So anyway,
My next one's more current. Barry Horowitz defeats Johnny Swinger. This is at Impact Wrestling, February 16th, 2023. This was when 100% when this dude started coming back, Santino, and he was getting tired of Johnny Swinger's little antics and stuff like that. He brought up a match of Barry Horowitz versus him. They fought, and then the Demon, Kiss Demon, came and helped him win. So Barry Horowitz actually wins this match, and it was okay for he's up there in age, but honestly, I think he's around the like Jimmy Singer had a pretty funny match. It was like more comedic timing, things like that, than anything like that. But also the interruption with the demon, kiss demon, shit like that, made it pretty funny. And Santino costing Johnny Swinger the match. So yeah, Howard's win this one. So he doesn't lose all the matches I'm putting up. This was again Impact Wrestling, February 16th, 2023.
okay. And the last one I have is the most odd one because I do not know who this guy is, but his look just screams early '90s wrestling, and it is Trucker Norman versus Barry Horowitz.
Trucker Norman.
Literally a trucker,
I bet.
weighing 385 pounds. It's a big boy.
You want to know who Trucker Norman was?
Who?
Your boy Bastion Booger.
What? That's who that was.
I
I'm
wrote his
so
name, Trucker Norman,
shocked.
and went straight to Mike Shaw, and the first picture is Bastion Booger.
I'm so shocked because he's actually smaller here. He's smaller than Bastion Booger. He looks more agile. Like, he's got hair.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a full beard. He looks like a human being.
Yep.
He doesn't look like a booger.
Yep.
Wow. All right, thank you for telling me that. And he was apparently pretty popular with the WCW crowd. And the unfortunate part, they're talking about like he went away for a while.
Yeah.
They he called him a retard in the beginning of the match. Barry Horowitz
Yeah.
screamed it out. He said, "You're retarded!" Like,
Oh, he earned
dude,
that ass whooping.
yes, he did. There's so many things with this match. And then Trucker Norman carried a little horn to the ring, and as he walked by, he let the fans honk the horn.
There you go. That makes
Ah,
sense.
there's so much going on, dude. Um, Damn, this just makes me so happy you told me that was
Yeah.
fiction.
I googled the Trucker Norman. The first thing that popped up was Bastion Booger.
Damn, that's so good. I'll
Mike Shaw, his real name is.
just again, complete role reversal. He can wrestle, he can move. Is what time machine did I just happen to go through to see this? I've never seen this match. Anyway, Barry Horowitz does his best to be evil, as I told you earlier, and the trucker has the legions and legions of the trucker army behind him, so he does not lose the match.
Nice.
Again, crazy. He can move,
Yeah.
and he could do like a suplex and all types. He does a, you know what move he actually does to finish the match though? He does a pretty good world's strongest slam,
Okay.
but he actually finishes him with just a big man splash to the corner. It's
Okay.
just like, oh, come on. Anyway, I think they call it the runaway freight train. So
It makes sense for the for the
yeah, he's a
train,
big fella. He's a big fella.
but it makes sense for his gimmick. Like it's a truck
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
running into. Yeah, 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 it makes sense. All right. My last one is this was actually a decently competitive match, but it was actually fun to watch. It was the Blue Blazer versus Barry Horowitz. This was November 13th, 1998, the Wrestling Challenge. This is well, if you know who Blue Blazer was, his own heart. This was actually quite competitive. It was actually almost a 12-minute match, and they went back and forth a lot of, especially with the beginning tie up. They both kind of went, did the whole arm flip thing, and you know what Owen Hart used to do with the handstand, and then he'll flip, and then he'll bring you back down and take your arm, kind of thing. So there was a lot of that. There was a lot of back and forth with that. But you also saw the high flying element of Blue Blazer, and that kind of took Barry Horowitz out, and Blue Blazer wins this match. Good match though.
Do you remember what move specifically Blue Blazer
Missile
uses a
dropkick.
finisher? That was his finisher.
Missile dropkick. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was the missile dropkick he used to use for the finisher.
Gotcha.
It was that because he also used the missile dropkick in high energy, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was
I'm
his
just
spot.
saying a a perfect one should come back as a finisher. Not gonna lie, I miss when Booker T used to win matches with the Harlem Heat Seeker. That
Yeah,
was his drop kick.
yeah. I don't like it was done correctly, and hey, it could always be a finisher. But now
I
it's like
mean,
it's everyone kind of does something like that. So
well, truthfully, nobody really does a missile drop kick anymore anyway.
no, not
They
like
all
that.
do like a variation of what they call it, the shotgun, where they just land flat on their back like that.
Yeah,
So I get it. Nobody really does that one.
Asuka does a missile dropkick.
Yes, she does. Okay, you right. You right.
Yeah, I don't think she finished a match with that, but I
No.
know I know she does a missile dropkick.
Hmm.
All right,
Hmm.
let's get into this week of wrestling. So we kick off from Monday Night Raw, and the opening segment is Rollins coming out. Um, Rollins coming out, Judgment Day comes out, and then they pretty much go back and forth. Am I on the right week? Yeah, this is week the 12th, right? No, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. Uh, I know. I was like, I have talked about this before.
I mean, well, it happened. Like, it happened twice,
Yeah.
basically.
The opening segment was with Cody Rhodes and The Miz. That's what happened. And then Dominic interrupts, gets another sucker punch. It's great.
Like he deserved. Well, last week she also got her title.
Oh yeah, she got her title, so now he congratulates her on the title. And then also Dominic still sucker punched him. That's great.
So now we had a week. She hasn't really put it all over the place, but we know she has it.
Yeah,
How you feel about the women's version of that title?
I actually like the white with it more than I like the black. I think it pops out a bit more. I do like
Yeah.
the Raw title more than the SmackDown ones.
Yeah, for the change. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel like they're more old school in that. Just they're big gold and stuff like that. And I like gold. I like when they had the belts are gold. So I'm cool with those. I'm actually happy with it. I'm happy that she got it.
True, true. I think it looks good. Like I said, I wish it was more freedom for creativity.
Yeah,
And I don't mean for everybody, because not everybody needs a custom title, but
yeah.
certain people. And I think the Judgment Day are the type of group that would.
I would be cool. I wouldn't pass it like if they do it for like a big event and stuff like that. Like she will change the strap to purple or something like that for like SummerSlam or something like
Yeah,
that.
but
That
that's what
would
I
be
mean.
cool.
Like something, a little something,
Yeah,
something spicy. Come on.
because they used to do that. Especially like Warrior and Shawn Michaels. They used to match the title with their outfit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like
Like
I
a
wouldn't
baller.
mind that
Like
back.
a baller.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them being that back. We got
Yes.
Becky Lynch versus Chelsea Green.
Well, we did have Miz versus Cody first.
Oh yeah, I forgot
The
that
actual
mandatory
match.
match.
They
Yeah,
actually had a match first. And then we got to, of course, the Miz was not gonna win.
yeah.
Miz has not. Do you have statistics? We need to look that up. When was the last time the Miz won a
Oh,
match?
the Miz hasn't won a match since like February.
Jesus Christ.
I
What's
think
going on,
he's
man?
on like an 18 match losing streak or
Jesus.
more than that because I know he has not. I think he only won one match in this year so far.
Is he the new Barry Horowitz? Uh-oh.
No, because his matches lasted longer than 3 minutes. and, and he still brings character. He still helps build character, but he just has been in a losing streak. And they
Mm,
always use him to lift up the baby face because he's a good heel to lift off a baby face.
it's true. It's true.
And then also Dominic's sucker punches him again.
Well, not him, Cody.
Oh, Cody, yes. It reminds me of the baby meme. The baby of slapping the person. That's what it looks like. It makes me laugh.
Hmm.
It was a solid match though.
Yes, sir.
They
I don't
have
know
good
what happened to
chemistry.
Cody's head, and he got slapped in the back of the head, and he got he
Yep,
was bleeding. I don't know what's going on.
yep,
I hope he's all right.
yep. Then you got Becky Lynch versus Chelsea Green. I thought it was a solid match.
I thought so too. It wasn't. I think she didn't get as much as Sonya did last week, but I thought
Yeah,
it was still solid.
yeah. We had the Money in the Bank qualifier. You had Matt Riddle versus Damian Priest. This was a really good match, and Priest wins the Money in the Bank spot.
Yes, sir. I think this is probably one of the better singles matches on Raw.
Yeah.
Very good. Although I do have to say, Damian Priest, I can't exactly recall the candy box that he looks like, but I will say the movie we watched this week, Super,
Yeah.
uh, the guy, the henchman, was eating the candy, and the box looked just like his tights.
The
Good and Plenty,
good
I
and
think it is.
plenty. Yeah.
Yes, and he's fighting Mr. Funyuns.
Yeah.
This man Riddle has Funyun tights.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was one thing that I saw when I'm like, why is he wearing Funyuns? That's what I thought.
And I mean, Matt Riddle is Matt Riddle, so him having tights that look like snacks is not out of the question. I
No,
get
it's not. It made me laugh more than anything. I was like, why is he wearing Funyuns logo? I was like, is he sponsored?
it. He should be.
There you go.
They don't have any big sponsorships. Get out of here.
So,
Who's sponsoring
so good
Funyuns
and
right now?
plenty and good and plenty versus Funyuns.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
that's a bad combination.
What is good and plenty? I don't
It's like
remember ever
I'll
eating it.
say it's like Mike and Ike's, but it's like it's a different kind of candy though.
Have you had it? And do
I,
you like them, or
Probably
do
when
you?
I was young and I never liked them.
Okay. Gotcha.
I never liked it. Those that one in particular. Good and plenty. I
Because
wonder
Michael
what to
Rooker
taste
was
them.
shaking them down in that box. He was having a good old
Yeah,
time.
good and plenty. Oh, they were licorice. That's why I didn't like. I don't like licorice.
Oh, it's just plain liquor.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not like. It's not like.
it's like like a plain like Twizzlers, the
But no,
licorice.
but not. Twizzlers has strawberry. It's the black Twizzlers.
It's like that. It's more in that sense.
Oh,
Yes.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, they're
No, I'm not.
nasty.
I'm good. I'm good. No sell
No sell.
for good and plenty. No,
Yeah, I don't think he could be high and have those. I don't think you'll like them.
no,
They're not
I'm
sweet. They're
good.
bitter.
No, I don't know. No, thank you.
Anyway, Priest wins this match. He takes a spot in Money in the Bank. Extremely good match. I actually like. I think their chemistry is really good, and I would love to see them fight again. Um, we got Ricochet getting his revenge on Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed wins by DQ because Nakamura interfered.
Nakamura did not want to be ignored. No.
It was a solid match too.
Yeah, it was hard, very hard hitting on Ricochet's part because he had to swing for the fences to take the big man down. I'm just saying,
Yeah, it was
give
good.
him some credit.
It was good. I actually liked the little tension between Nakamura and Ricochet as well. Like he caused them the match and shit like that, and I liked the tension they gave. So now they're wanting to fight each other because one, they're both in the Money in the Bank, but two, like yo, you fucking with my shit.
True, true, true.
We got Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler wins with distraction of Ronda Rousey.
She was out of her league. That's all I have to say. Because there's two of them and one of her.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how big you are. Just ask Baba. What's it called? Yeah, I'm about to guess. I was to say his old name, Baba Tunde. Like, no, that's
yeah,
not his name.
Bob Coda,
Just get,
like that.
just ask what's his name. Just ask him on Tuesday night because he still lost that
Yeah.
match. Mm-mm. Anyway,
Yep, Shayna Baszler wins. I think Raquel Rodriguez is fighting Trish for a Money in the Bank spot tonight.
how she just lost the match?
I don't know.
Something ain't right. I'm just saying.
They felt bad,
Y'all can't be
probably.
losing matches. Y'all can't be losing matches and getting money in the bank spot. I'm just saying.
That's true. No, I
She
agree
should have
with
had a
that.
money in the bank qualifying match before
Then
this
again,
match,
Trish
if
Stratus
anything.
lost her match too.
Yeah, but I will say the difference was hers was a clearly defined, uh, like super clearly defined feud with
Yeah,
Becky, and she kind of earned that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
She had a girl cheat for her in a different country. You know what I mean? But we'll be fair to Raquel. It's okay. Maybe she'll win.
We got Chad Gable versus Eric Rowan. Chad Gable wins. It was a very short match, but you also got Maxine Dupree do that arm drag that she
Yeah,
was
Alpha
in.
Academy. Yeah, the entire of the Alpha Academy out there.
Yes.
We had Otis on the sidelines. We had Maxine. We had Valhalla pissed off, trying to tackle Maxine and get flipped.
Yep.
That's never a good look. You mad at somebody, you try to get him and you get flipped.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And
Um. What's cool?
Alpha Academy wins. Chad Gable won.
Yes. Yes.
So he finally won.
And our main event is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Gunther and Liquid Kaiser. Very good match.
Very solid tag match. I feel bad for Kaiser because he lost the match for them. Gunther does not like that.
No, he gonna get his ass kicked. Yeah.
So if we see Ludwig all lumped up next week, we know why.
Yeah. I liked the build to this match. I liked the backstage antics between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I know Kevin Owens has been making me laugh at the whole getting really pissed off and shit, because everyone likes to pop up without being mentioned, and he's getting tired of that shit.
This was the week where he talked about his clothes,
Yeah,
and it was
that
funny because
shit
he
had
said,
me rolling.
I gotta change out of this t-shirt and shorts into another t-shirt. So
It's a
good.
different GCT
It's
t-shirt
a
and
different
shorts.
one. So
It
good.
was good. It was fun. Very good match too. I like
We
when Sammy finishes that Blue Thunder bomb.
I will say we did have a few other story things that propped up. We had um, the recap for Jay. They had some more end this year highlight.
Yeah,
They at least they're offering Cedric and Shelton a return match.
yeah,
And then I know there was the tension between the Judgment Day. They had
yes,
that whole thing with Finn and Priest, where Priest was like, "All right, since it's your turn, you better do the damn thing," basically.
yeah.
and we had McDonough.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Balor might lose this spot.
I have a feeling that he just might leave, and him and McDonough might should form a if not a straight up tag team, just their own like faction.
From what
I
I
don't know if they
know,
have another person.
when you want to leave a team, you're gonna get your ass beat down for leaving the team. So
Oh,
I have a feeling, but I have a feeling that I think JD might take Balor's place. I think they have
really?
other plans for Balor.
Okay, okay.
I have a feeling that might happen. I might go into that and Priest kind of taking the lead of the Judgment Day.
I mean, I
Not
don't
well.
mind him being the
I won't
still the
say like
executioner like he is.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I
that's what he
won't say
is.
that he would be like the leader. Like he would just take over and bark orders. No, I think he would just be more of the. He's their world champion, future world champion in that group.
Yeah, I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Besides Rhea being world champion already.
Mm-hmm.
But I see him being that more that lead kind of thing. I still see Dominic building up. I wouldn't mind seeing Dominic and JD form a tag team, seeing that they're younger and stuff like that. But also, I want to see Dominic actually get a mid card, looking at a mid card title or something like that.
You know, I wouldn't be mad if you won against Cody. I,
Yeah,
that's
me either.
just me.
Me either.
That's just me. And I don't think that I don't know how that pushes the narrative forward for Cody because I don't. Again, I'm not against him. I still want him to actually beat Roman
I
because that's
think you
kind of
have right now. I don't think Cody's is in the mind of the WWE Championship though.
no, I know, but I'm saying you have to ride out where his story is taking him. He
Yeah,
still got to fight Brock.
yeah.
He still got to do that one more with Brock, and
He
I
still
think
had to fight Brock. I think him right now with Dominic is just the it's just something to buy time to next time Brock is back.
mhm,
I think we're getting Brock and Cody probably SummerSlam. I have a feeling that Brock interferes the match and Dominic wins.
I don't even think we need to go that far, but that'd be okay. I just prefer it just really be just a 2-on-1 like it is,
Yeah, I have a
because
feeling
mommy's
that
gonna
Brock
be
is
out
gonna
there.
get interfered or Brock is gonna do something within that match.
I wouldn't be surprised if he beat his ass if he lost.
Yeah, that's it.
Like not even interfere, just comes out and beats him up after the match.
But we'll see that. Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
The Money in the Bank card is getting really full. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Monday Night Raw. Where you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A. Solid show. I wasn't mad at nothing really.
I'll go A minus. I feel like there's some things that could be get some more time. Some things like a little minor details and shit like that. That I like. I feel Gable, Eric could got a little bit more time in that match and their characters and what building and whatnot. I would have liked a little more Ricochet and Bronson Reed, and again, it got DQ'd, so the match was cut short. But other than that, like there was like little minor things that I would nitpick on it. So eight, I'll give it A minus. NXT. We kick off with Wesley, Tyler Bate, and Mustafa Ali versus Schism. There was a promo in the beginning of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ija Dragovich stepped up to Baron Corbin while Braun Breaker watched on following his attack of Scissor the Cesar.
They
Yeah.
are very violent people.
Yeah. Dominican Braun.
I don't. Yes, Dominican Braun. I don't appreciate Tyler Bate wearing tights that look like underwear. They bother me. They just look like a man walking out there with drawers on.
Yep.
Anyway, drawers and Tims still bothers me that his shoes look like Tims. Maybe he's got lugs on. I don't know. Why are you resting in lugs? Um. Anyway, they do manage to win the match because remember they actually were getting tricked by Schism and cheated.
Yep.
So
But they win.
they win. Ali's still on the good side because he doesn't have any sinister intentions. He actually with the backstage thing, they showed that he wants those two to have the match, and he wants to be the special ref
Yep. I think
or
this
the
is where
enforcer. I think so. We'll see. We'll see.
I think this is where he makes his plan.
Makes his move. Could be.
We got Seth Rollins agreeing to the world title match against Braun Breaker on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's true.
He gonna come and beat his ass.
This is true. We do have that. Um, I think this is gonna be a good ass match. I don't know.
Me
I
too.
mean, is for the title too. That's the interesting thing. They just straight up made it for the title.
Yeah, I don't think Seth
And
was losing.
no, I don't think he's losing, but I think that's interesting
Yeah.
because Braun doesn't have one. So it's not like it's almost kind of like who are you because you lost. How do you get a title shot again? I'm just saying.
He talk shit.
Um, I guess
And then
so.
Seth Rollins has an ego. He was like, "Oh, you talking shit? I'll talk back now."
Now here's the thing. I think the match everybody wanted was Mello
Yeah.
versus Seth. I'm just saying now, like I don't want to, because again, you this is not a match I don't like, but now we gotta wait
Yeah.
because we can't just keep doing that. We can't have the NXT and the WWE main characters like it's because Seth's not he's not Baron Corbin. He's not
Yeah.
there for every however long his tenure is. He's not Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I feel like I don't think this is the right match. But anyway,
I'm
it
fine
is
with
what it
it.
is.
I'm fine with it. Just the fact that it just shows that Braun Breaker just challenging everybody. Like he just wants to fight people, and that's kind of where his character is going. He wants to start trouble. He wants to start fight people. Dominican Braun just wants to fuck people up. But he gonna pick the wrong person. He gonna get his ass kicked next week.
I get it. I just don't want to wait for Melo versus. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody at the top of their game right now. They
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
That's why. That's it.
You got Hale. Um, you got Thea
Mhm.
Hale versus Cora Jade. Thought the match was really sloppy, but it was okay. It is what it is.
Well, I thought it was all right. It's just that these two had obviously they had story stuff going on with Dana Brooke out there. Um, the one thing I'm upset about with Thea Hale though, it was that in this match she didn't do anything that looked like she used what she learned.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of bugged me was that she just still doing the same old thing she did. Like she won with the submission,
Yeah.
right? But during that entire match, she did like one. She didn't do anything
Yeah.
that looks like a Drew Gulak or a Regal Sun type of move. You know what I'm saying?
But they also kind of gave her the dirty look when she finished the match too.
Mm, true enough.
So
True
that's
enough.
something I give
True
credit. Is
enough.
like at least they were like, he didn't do nothing. We taught you
True enough. Okay.
though.
Okay. All right. All right.
So they gave
All
her
right. I can concede that. Okay.
yeah. We had the Heritage Cup. Norman Dark not able to wrestle. Aura took his place and lost.
I thought this was incredibly weird, but I guess if he's hurt, that's what you got to do,
Yep.
right?
Frazier is the new Heretic champion.
Yeah.
Good match.
Solid. Yeah. Solid match. Solid back and forth between the two because obviously it wasn't a sweep.
Yeah.
Oro got the first fall, but because of cheating and stuff, so and you knew that was gonna be a deciding factor because there's what 3, 4 on one.
Yeah.
So
We got
good to see. Good to see it.
Daba.
Also, question:
Yeah.
did he fight for it in UK?
Yeah.
Okay, and was he is he a two-time or this is his
This is
first
the
time?
first one. But he did
Okay,
fight
cool,
before.
cool.
He I think he fought A Kid, Axiom.
Okay, okay. So is A Kid a Heritage Cup
Yes, I
champ or
think he
no?
was the first
Okay,
one.
he was the first one. Got you,
And I
got you.
think he lost to Tyler Bate, and then he got it back from Tyler Bate,
Oh, okay.
and then I think a couple other people had it.
Got you, got you.
Daba Kato
There we go.
versus Axiom and Scripps. Scripps and Axiom win by pinfall.
See, he did not win the 2-on-1. I think he should have won this match though. Just saying. It's
Yeah, again, like you want to like pop your big man and actually get him to go to start something good. Like right now, I see Dabakato as a joke.
yeah, because he. Here's the reason I don't like the end of the match is because it wasn't like a devastating maneuver that got the big man down. They tricked him and rolled him up.
Yeah,
Like Reggie's not that big. Why you
yeah,
let him pin you?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Like it
just
wasn't like both of them going on putting weight on his shoulders either. It
exactly,
was just one
exactly.
person.
Yeah.
I bet you anybody bet you would have took a Canadian destroyer, you would have kicked out.
Mm, you ain't wrong. But we try not to do that here. This is not the place to do that. So we don't do that.
um,
But you know what? Here's where I say I don't say he looked weak, weak because he did get hit with two big moves back to back. So I just think that going into this one, he looked because he let Reggie roll him up. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I agree. And then after the match, you got Humberto and Angel come out and beat down Axiom and Scripps.
So where's this going? I don't know.
So they're going to be part of NXT.
No, I mean for Axiom and Scripts, like, is this gonna confirm they're gonna be a team,
Yeah,
or
oh yeah, they're gonna tag team.
I wonder because again I feel this is leading to Axiom unmasking at some
I
point.
feel that too.
hmm
Yeah, I think we're gonna get that as well. Um, we got some vintage for Leia Valkyrie in the locker room. You also had Elektra Lopez plotting with Lola Vice, which is a new lady in WWE or in NXT, the
hmm
little Cuban chick.
She's
Um,
on. I know she's on Level Up. So
yeah, she should be an MMA fighter,
okay, good for her. Good for her.
and she has a lot of like pictures with Nikita.
Oh, yeah, cause that's a homie. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Her and the girl with the orange hair, like they're like the trio.
yeah, yeah,
Like they're actually, I guess, like best friends or whatever.
yeah.
So that's cool.
Idris
I mean,
Onof.
not Gigi. I just said orange hair. No,
Oh
not
yeah,
Gigi.
the other orange
The
hair
other,
clad.
the black girl with orange hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Idris, she was just on So I watched the this dude that fucking cracks your back and shit. He's on
Talking about
YouTube.
Roderick Strong.
Nah, he
Wait a
actually
second.
cracks like he actually
Oh,
does
oh,
like
oh, oh.
murals on
Yes,
it.
yes. The guy
Lano's on
that
it.
had
She was on
Bailey
it
and
recently.
oh,
Those videos are
yeah, yeah,
weirdly entertaining.
yeah, yeah. I mean, something about people
I
getting
need that
cracked
shit.
like that.
I
Yeah.
need that shit. I need a little Asian to walk on my back.
I mean, that's different. That's time tested old school medicine right there.
Yeah.
Th- that that right there, that is a cure. So small Asian woman walk on your back. Sorry, it's
yes.
been proven. Sorry.
Yes, I need that. Um, Aegis Enough and Malik Blade, they fought. It
I
was
thought
a
it was a
solid
good
match.
match. Because you know what, they actually went for it. It wasn't like
Yeah,
just they slap hands and it's a feel good match. Like they was doing all types of dirty tricks to each other. And I think again, I think Enofe, that dude, he's gonna be special. I'm
yeah.
just saying.
And then you had
And
Josh Briggs
before
and
we go,
good.
I I gotta give props to Blade for hitting probably the furthest sunset flip, I believe it is. They
That
call
was
that.
pretty cool. Yeah, he
That was
flew.
far. Yes. Yes.
He
So
did fly. Then you also got Josh Briggs, Brooke Jensen, Hank Walker, and Tank Ledger. Well, Hank Walker, aka Seth Rogen, and they all came in and line up just being a whole like thing, and I think they all gonna fight for number contender for the tag titles.
okay. All right. Do it.
We got Roxanne Perez versus Hayden Paxley. Perez wins, but Davenport gets the
Oh,
last
yeah,
laugh.
she got into it. Yeah, that's true. Good stuff. I mean, it wasn't exactly the longest match though,
Yeah,
but this one had definitely had some story stuff. I mean, I appreciate at least that even though Paxley's not in the spotlight, they don't forget about it when it comes to like story stuff.
yeah.
So that's all right. And she's getting better. But we know Roxanne's a star. So
And we got the number one contender match. We got Baron Corbin versus AJ Dragunov. Really solid match, really hard hitting match. And Baron Corbin wins.
try to put that man in a body bag. He out
Try.
there trying to kill people. All right, Corbin, looking good. Got his boxing trunks on. All right.
I need them
I,
to put back his theme because the
yeah,
Happy Corbin shit is not
that
working.
ugh, atrocious. But anyway, I will say the one thing I think that they've been slacking on is to give Corbin. I think Corbin's a guy who deserves a knockout type of punch.
Yeah,
Just saying. He's
he's
an
a
actual
boxer.
Golden Gloves champion. He's not just a boxer. He's like that's a hyper specific thing in boxing. And he's one of those champions. Like, come on, man. I mean, he could take anybody off their feet with a punch.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. And he's huge.
You know what will work with him, and maybe alternate instead of the European uppercut would be like a punch to the face. Is the thing that Cesaro used to do with the he threw the him up and the uppercut
I
them.
just want to throw him in the air.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
like it could be something like that, and then he just throws him up and punches him in the face.
mm-hmm. I
Yep.
mean, he is a giant man. He's not like he's the here the difference is like it's kind of I know it was hammy
Yeah,
when Big Show used to do it. I
yeah,
understand that because of his character, but it's still in the realm of believability that a man that big hits you, you're going down.
yeah.
Full force, you're going down. So why not put the trained assassin with his fists, who's also a giant man? Why not just let him, do what he do?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or even like a boxing combo.
Something, something.
Yeah,
She's got the shoes on now. He's
yeah.
wearing boxing shoes.
You need to change his theme. That's one thing you
Yes,
need to do.
I
His
agree.
theme needs to be changed.
I agree.
I feel like it loses my aesthetic towards him. I mean, that stupid fucking theme still are. Anyway, NXT, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A minus. I'm gonna give it an A minus. It was actually pretty solid, and most of the story this week was actually going towards something I cared about.
Yeah,
Although I gotta say something about that backstage with the three guys. It looked like something out of an adult film. Why
yeah.
was why was Wesley just glistening with sweat? Like, bro, ask Tyler Bate to use his towel or something, man. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't you can't do that and have a conversation with another grown man. Come on.
I
What y'all doing?
go. I'm gonna go B. I feel like some of the lower stuff I didn't really care for. Like I wish I had more interest in it, but I didn't. Like Roxanne Perez, Paxi, I didn't care for that match. There was some storyline stuff that I wished hit better. I guess there was not a lot for me.
And I like Stacks. I
Yeah,
just like Stacks in his nice suit trying to pinpoint a way to get Tony D out of jail. I don't know.
he probably did got him in jail.
No, the guy snitched on him and he got him in jail. That's what that whole thing was about.
Yeah.
The brother, the
Oh yeah,
coffee brother.
yeah. Yeah. All right. AEW Dynamite. We kick off with MJF versus Adam Cole.
Solid match. Solid match. Again, like you said, we talked about it. The kicking out
Yeah.
just it makes everybody look like a rubberneck
Yeah.
when they don't do smart things like be near the ropes, roll out of the ring. You know what I mean? Like there's just too much of that. And even though the match was good, it just bothers me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only negative I have.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed the match, but it did take me off it when they don't sell like the pins. They don't sell like anything. Like those ways that you could get kicked out without having to look like you're fully up and have full energy. Also, like after getting hit with the belt, I got annoyed that MJF was still moving.
Yeah.
Like he just
Yeah.
got right back, like started getting right back up, and I'm like, you just got
He
hit with the
he
fucking
was
belt.
he very much positioned himself to get hit by Adam Cole's
Yeah,
move.
and that kind of
Like
annoyed
he
me. It was like, yo,
yeah,
just stay down, let him fucking adjust you or something like that.
let him pick you up and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are little things like that. Like the match was good, but I'm not gonna give it all the flowers that everyone else is giving because I'm gonna be realistic. Like a lot of those things, like with the pinfalls, with the big moves and kicking out, like strongly kicking out, and not just like barely kicking out, things like
Barely
that.
kicking. Yeah.
Those are ways to tell stories, and yeah, I gotta do better with
Mm-hmm.
that. Other than that, it was a good match. Um, CM Punk hype backstage aired. Um, yeah, they were like really hyping him. Rene Parquet interviewed Sammy Guevara. He's saying he's gonna have a baby girl, and there's some other stuff with Jericho and Darby
Yeah.
Allin, and then
He's
Sting
upset.
and Jericho had a standoff with two bats swinging at each other.
He must have just watched Star Wars or something.
Yeah. It's funny because there was a recent tweet that someone wrote like, "Oh, will you ever want to fight Sting?" He's like, "No, never." And then this happened.
Of course, he's a wrestler. You can't believe him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like just a conveniency of timing of that, but I bet they fucking saw that. Okay, it's done like
I mean, it makes sense if
yeah,
Sammy's gonna be not a jerk off like he usually is. Of
yeah,
course, Jericho's gonna be mad. That's
yeah,
the thing that makes sense.
yeah.
So I get it.
So instead of like actually getting mad at him and trying to fight, like they said, I'm forcing you to be a tag team with me against Darby and Sting.
Mm-hmm. Because Jericho's a jerk.
And now
Yeah.
if you get your ass kicked because you're in a tag team with Sammy Guevara, that's not your fault, Jericho.
But it gives him more reason to have the JAS
Yeah,
beat
that's
his
true.
ass.
That is true. We got a video of Sonata. He's going to open challenge Forbidden Door for the IWGP Championship, and Jungle Boy is the one that took the challenge.
What I tell you about people losing and challenging for titles? I don't like that.
Yeah,
He just lost a high profile match and he already challenging for a title.
it's not an AEW title though.
All right, listen. Ain't gotta be like that.
Sonata's gonna beat his ass though.
Technicalities.
Sonata's wrestling at a different level. He's gonna beat his ass.
So now I was gonna kill that man.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Mogul Embassy, Swerve, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony, and Tyo and Khan. Oh, those are some names. Versus
Hmm.
Sting, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy, Keith Lee.
Well, I
Um,
know the Orange Cassidy and Keith Lee part because they had a feud with them because they keep messing with them. Was stinging them just for backup, I guess, because they have
well,
four.
they had beef with them too because they fucked with Darby on like I think Rampage and shit.
Okay, okay. All right, all right.
Cassidy's team won,
Mm-hmm. As expected.
but that was alright.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, Renee Parquet with the guns.
Not bad. I listen. I know they're not to me the best brother team, but you know what? This is wrestling. If you don't believe it, then how are you gonna beat it? So let's see
Yeah.
what they do.
You got Warlow versus Jake Hager, which I would just say is he's a giant jobber.
Yeah, kind of is because he don't be winning nothing.
Yeah.
Jake, what's going on?
Know exactly who's gonna win and where it was gonna go. Cage and Luchasaurus appear on the big screen, and pretty much talk shit for Collision. They fought for the title of Collision. Um, Hiroshi Tanahashi had a message, and he's fighting MJF for the AEW title.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad because that's not a match that you see often. So
Yep.
let's see what happens.
You have MJF was receiving medical attention when he was approached by Renee Parquet, talking about Tanahashi in the Forbidden Door. He was really pissed about
Hmm.
that.
As he should be. He doesn't want to wrestle everybody. I get it.
You have one backstage, Orange Cassidy, Zack Sabre Jr., popped out, Daniel Garcia, and Shinada. He said he would get his tag team boy Shinada, so Shinada is gonna no, not Shinada, Sabata. He's gonna tag
Hmm.
team with Orange Cassidy against Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. I think they're gonna end up fighting for the international title at the show. Um,
Not bad. I would just prefer the one on one.
yeah. You got AEW's Women's Championship match. You got Tony Storm versus Sky Blue. Solid match. I thought it
Mm,
was actually a
not bad.
solid match.
Not bad. They
Um,
kept the shenanigans to a minimum because there was only one girl
yeah,
out there.
yeah,
Uh, I don't know if
Ruby.
what's up with Paige. She probably
Yeah.
sleep.
They had a picture of her at least.
That was pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I like the fact it was a good match. Sky Blue looked pretty solid in this. Again, there was something I also have issues with her selling wise and stuff like that. But other than that, nitpicking wise, it was a good match. And Will saves her in the end of the beatdown.
And I like the Tony Storm Cocoa Puffs. The hair.
Yeah. You got Jack Perry, pretty much challenging Sonata for IWGP title. He's telling Hook that after that it would just be Summer of Hook, Jingle Hook. So they're gonna tag team during the summer. You got American Dragon, the broadcast booth, and then you got the Blackpool Comic Club versus the Hung Bucks with Hangman Page and the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Again,
good to see. I was surprised they had the match so soon.
yeah, but solid match. A lot of beat ups. Eddie Kingston music hit. He came in sprinting down. Um, there's a lot of shenanigans, a lot of things going in and out. You also got Takashita coming in and blindsiding Eddie Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Omega ran to Takashi, and then Will Ospreay jumped on Omega.
Omega has enemies.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. He stays having enemies, and the Bucks cannot watch his back. I think he needs a golden man to watch his
A
back.
golden lover.
A golden lover, you might say. Yes,
Yeah, I think we're gonna see that soon.
a man who's familiar with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
One of the most famous gifts of those two fighting. I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. AEW, we give it.
I give it a B. Again, it wasn't bad. It's just a lot of stuff that's like, oh.
I go B
But it
minus.
was, but I will say like in ring stuff, it was actually pretty good. That women's match, pretty good.
Yeah.
The last match, pretty solid. The the first tag, I didn't really wasn't super invested, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Gotcha.
again,
All right. Go to SmackDown.
uh, somebody cue the Sonic the Hedgehog music.
Before we go to SmackDown, I did catch up with Impact, and I watched this week's the five way tag mixed tag match was pretty fun. They actually kind of brought all their rivalries together in the match in the ring. So you had Motor City Machine Guns with their titles, then you also had Bianca Peraza come out, and everyone that was in the ring, and then they line up going into that. It was pretty solid. I like where they're going with Bay and Austin, Ace Austin. They always have good matches on there. They actually had a really good one this week as well. So definitely check it out when you get a chance. Impact has been pretty solid so far. Um, SmackDown kickoff with the Gauntlet match for the tag team championship number one contender. You had the Good Brothers, you had LWO, you had the Street Profits, you had Pretty Deadly, and you had Sheamus and Rich Holland. The eliminations was the Brutes took out Street Profits, the OC, the
Super
LWO,
Sheamus.
and the Hit Row, and Pretty Deadly took out the Brutes.
We had the appearance of Super Sheamus.
Yes,
It has been a long time since we have seen this man, but he still exists.
he
He can
kicked the
take you.
shit
He
out
can
of
take out
that dude.
your entire division with one kick.
Yep. Look at
All I'm saying.
ask the dude from Hit Row.
Ask to do from him. Oh man,
Dude,
that's messed up.
that was hilarious.
But I will look. I gotta give credit though. Him and Ridge did their thing. I think the first match versus the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Whoo, that counter, catching Dawkins after the leapfrog.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
It was
I
good.
would never want to get kicked in the face by Sheamus.
No one does. I don't think no one really wants to wrestle Sheamus. They just have to.
I think Drew McIntyre does.
I don't even think he likes fighting Sheamus.
No, he likes beating him up.
Yeah,
So
he likes beating him up, but he don't like taking the beating back. We had Owen Zane watching backstage as Pretty
wait, so
Deadly.
how surprised are you that they won?
I was not surprised Pretty Deadly won.
I wasn't either, mostly because they were the last team.
Yeah.
They were the last team. What do you expect?
But I do like the Owen same as Zane. The battle for the title shot. Um, like I could see the chemistry between Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Owens gonna be very mad at the Pretty Deadly, and I see that happening. And I could see that being a really good match. I don't see Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn losing the titles just yet, but I think they're gonna have
Mm,
a nice little rivalry.
yeah, should be good.
Yes. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come out and congratulate Pretty Deadly.
I see now here there was a technical hiccup because you can tell that Pretty Deadly was told to go back to the ring,
Yeah.
and then the promos made it seem like they were celebrating, and it's like, no, no guys, you know they told him to go back over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop that. So just that little bit of a disconnect I thought was funny. I didn't think it was bad or anything.
Yeah. Good.
Um,
Yeah, it was good
but
promos.
Sammy was pissed off.
Yeah.
Sammy wasn't happy.
Yep.
Why's he so mad?
Yep. I thought KO was the one that's mad.
Sammy just didn't like them celebrate. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
You got Zelina Vega versus Io Sky.
That was a solid match.
Yeah.
I think the storyline definitely caused Yo to lose. I would I would like to see like just straight up those two fight without any interruptions or anything. Because
Yeah.
I think part of the thing that we're getting now is that Zelina's getting more ability to actually wrestle and do a lot more varied stuff instead of just doing maybe one or two high flying things that she does well.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
No, it's good for her.
That's good.
I liked
So
it. I felt the match was a little rushed, but it was a good match.
yeah, it wasn't long, but it was definitely story stuff that
Yeah.
made it short. And shout outs to Bailey and those pants. That's all I gotta say.
Grayson Waller Effect featuring Charlotte Flair.
Shout out to women's champions in bodysuits. We're not even in Saudi Arabia. That's all I gotta say.
Belair's pissed.
It was funny. I mean, did Bianca lie? Does she have a reason not to be mad?
She had all right
Some
to be mad.
somebody called Bobby Fish. Where's
Yeah,
the lie?
exactly.
She should be mad as hell.
Very good promo.
We don't care how good you are, Charlotte. You don't jump the line. We just saw Super. No butts.
Yeah.
You catch a rinse to the face, Charlotte. You keep it up. Keep it up. No butts.
Yep. About to what happened. I'm about to get a wrench to the face.
Hmm.
Very good promo segment though. I really enjoyed it. And fucking Grayson Wallace like reactions always fucking hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, because he's 100% invested, and I think that's the best part.
Yeah. You have AJ Styles and Mi Chen, Mary Mi Yim versus Karrion Cross and Scarlett. Cross and Scarlett win.
It was a good match.
Solid.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a good mixed tag match. I'll put it that way.
Thought it was solid. Again, I
Not
felt
that
like that
long
was
ago.
a theme this week. The a lot of the matches were kind of rushed.
Yeah,
They didn't
it's
have that
a
enough
lot of
time.
story stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Santo Escobar versus LA Knight. It just started off with Rey Mysterio out, and he was out. Yeah, he was doing a little promo thing, and then LA Knight came in, and then Escobar came in.
Santos told him he loves him.
Yes,
In wrestling, that means he's going to kill him.
yes,
So we'll see where this goes.
yep. But I thought it was cool. Solid match. Again, there's a pattern of the show. I felt the match was rushed. I think we could have got more time with this match.
Yeah, this could have been a main event,
Yeah, but
but he did not fall for the trick of
yes.
LA Knight. So
And then did Jay Uso fall in line? This whole segment was beautiful and amazing in single bit of the way. When he got kicked, and fell. Like I told you the belts were on it. He reminded me of the, just thought of Sonic the Hedgehog with the rings coming out. Yo, I'm happy that he has Paul Heyman carrying the other two belts. Like I was
Hmm.
fine with that. I said that last week. I was like, yo, I want him to make Heyman carry the fucking belts.
Yeah, but that's what I predicted. They weren't gonna get rid of
Yeah,
those. It doesn't make sense for his character
yeah.
to put him away. It's like, nah, just you carry him. That's it.
But the visual of
I
him
got
getting
more.
kicked and the belts on the floor, they were literally like pretty much Sonic losing his rings.
Hmm.
And then he
Yes,
had
sir.
red shoes on, Mitch made it even worse.
That's pretty funny. That is true. That is true.
Amazing segment, amazing promos between all of them. I like the whole swerve that Jay did and everything. I thought he did it perfect timing and everything, and it looked really good. This is a masterpiece in the making. Like you cannot deny that this is really fucking good. So
The
they
other
keep
thing,
killing it.
though, the other thing I will have to give credit to the show for, because even though it did take away from the other matches, because the focus of the entire show was this.
Yes,
Because you got to remember, we didn't bring up all the segments, but there were like five during the show.
yes,
Like
they
the
were.
beginning, they were showing him again. He had a little backstage interaction with Paul Heyman again, like talking to people. Jay just talking.
Yeah,
So it was a theme throughout the entire show.
and the last one was with him and Sammy looking at each other.
Yeah. So again, like that's kind of what I give like not necessarily a pass, but I could tell this episode was more a story show.
Yeah. So.
I would have been mad as hell if I was there and be like, "Yo, why these matches so short?" But because that story stuff don't really mean nothing when you're
Yeah,
sitting there,
yeah,
so I get that. But yeah, so this whole episode though, I'm gonna give it A. Like, I agree with you about the matches being short,
yeah,
but unlike some of the other stuff that happened this week, I think the story throughout the entire show was the strongest.
yeah. I want to go B plus, just because the lack of matches. I felt like the Gauntlet match also could have had more time. They kind of rushed some tag teams out, like especially like Street Profits being eliminated first and things like that. But
No,
then again, it was
if you
hilarious and
if you
seeing
was hit,
Sheamus,
bro.
yeah, Hit Row fucking. I don't give a fuck about Hit Row. I forgot they were in the match. Um,
Uh,
But yeah, I felt like the pacing of the matches were extremely short. I think they could have did or eliminate a match and have two matches go longer, and like something like that in that sense. Just give those more time. Other than that, the ending was fantastic, and I cannot give deny that. That was probably the best TV that we get when the Bloodlines on TV. So yeah, I'll go B plus. And then Saturday night. AEW Collision, first episode aired, and it was alright. It was like Dynamite 2.0. It was like Dynamite again. I things
like I
positive
said,
things I'll give up. I like the set and I like the commentating team.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I said, I called it Dynamite plus Alpha because basically it was a regular Dynamite, shorter, but like sprinkled with some, well,
There's
not
CM
really
Punk.
shorter, sprinkled with some stuff, some special things,
Yeah,
sprinkled with some Miro dust,
Miro.
sprinkled with some Andrade dust. You know what I mean? And of course, a whole lot of CM Punk.
Yes. Well, not really.
I feel like when it comes to CM Punk coming back, good for him, right?
Yeah,
If they want him there, good. If he wants to be there, good. That's all good. As far as him in general, it's like he wasn't my guy. He was never my guy because I
yeah,
wasn't watching when he was coming around. So I
yeah,
don't have attachment to him, nor do I have any hate for him because I just don't have enough exposure to him over time and his storylines and stuff. Like I
yeah.
don't have.
Okay.
So I'm just excited to see what he does, right?
Yeah,
Where he goes, who he fights.
yeah,
Maybe he'll fight a bunch of different people.
yeah,
Hopefully they can find a way to keep the dude healthy because I know he was hurt. That's why he was gone.
yeah.
And then the other points I have for the show were uh Christian Cage won the won the TNT
Yeah.
championship.
Without pinning
Christian Cage,
nobody.
he didn't pin not a one person and he won that championship. That made me so happy. Uh, and then that revealed that Luchasaurus is in fact the actual fourth pillar.
Yeah.
I love that meme. That's so good. And then I gotta give credit to Buddy and Andrade. I
Yeah.
thought that was an amazing match,
Yeah.
especially since you don't really get to see them. You haven't got to see them two fight that often. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we know they fought before, but as far as often, no, few and far between.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they weren't even around each other that long because then they were both gone.
Yeah. Actually, no, they had a whole rivalry with each other because
Because it's Selena, but remember,
no,
it was the Thunderdome period
yeah,
also.
yeah, it was Seth and
He was
his
the
group versus Andrade and their group.
And that was like the most they actually fought,
Yeah,
and it wasn't like even that much. And then remember that went to Rey Mysterio, and that just turned a whole different corner.
he lost another.
Still, everybody lost tonight. Freaking Malachi is still over there, got a festering wound on his face.
Yeah, I'll say the best thing out the show was Andrade versus Buddy.
Definitely,
That was my favorite match, 100%.
poor Tony Nese.
Um, I will say that at least they gave him a name, but I still say Tony Nese is still kind of a chopper in a way.
He's treated like one, kind.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah.
And then you know what? The women's tag, not bad.
Women's tag was
I
good.
can't give
Again, I
them
was
credit.
happy they actually let Sky Blue and Willow Giant go win.
They let them go in. They had a full ass tag match. I thought it was good. I like the stopping the spray. That was cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Where we got caught made sense. And
Um,
the six man wasn't bad.
Six Man wasn't.
I liked Joe beating people up though. I'll say
Yeah,
that much. I like Dax and Joe going at it. That's what I'm there for. I like Joe beating up CM Punk. That was pretty good.
yeah,
Like Joe was on fire in that match. So
yeah. It was alright. It was alright match. I will say again, like you said, CM Punk, like he barely was in the match, but you could tell what reason why he blew up really fast during first run. But he's back. He's back with FTR. They tagged. Jay White and Juice Robinson was nice to see them compete against them, but also Samoa Joe and Punk. If you know the history of ROH, they have a lot of histories. I think they're best friends outside the ring too. So he's probably one of the few people that that Samoa Joe like Punk like actually has close to in AEW. So the show overall, I'll go B minus, C plus.
I would go B minus. I wouldn't, because again, we just literally said everything that was in the show, and
Yeah,
I can't think of anything that was like, oh, this is trash.
yeah. I just feel like it
Except
could
for
have been
Miro,
built. Yeah,
whatchamacallit, because that's just the jobber match. And it's like, dude, Miro deserves to have a match.
yeah. Other than that, it was again. I like the set. I like the commentating team. I think that's gonna be the strong point of me watching because I do like Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. I think they have good chemistry, and I think they're gonna call a good match. Hopefully they do more with the show instead of the same shit that Dynamite. So try not to bring all the people that you have on Dynamite on this show. I don't want to see people wrestling 2 times a week. I want to see your
I,
roster.
here's an idea. Here's an idea. Because I believe even on ROH TV, which they have, I think the Dark Order is still losing. How
Yeah,
about
I'm not surprised.
wait? They lost Stu. That's a storyline thing.
Yeah,
They lost Stu to Vincent. You know the guy that was remember they
yeah,
went to
yeah,
Impact and stuff. The
yeah.
Dreads. That guy. Yeah. So
Okay.
my idea is put him on Collision and let him win.
That'll
Oh
be
my
a big
god.
difference.
Oh my god. Let him win on Collision.
The third time's the charm.
Third shows the charm. Yeah.
Because again, like
Actually, no, Merc. Merc is messed up.
fourth match the charm.
Fifth shows the charm because remember they had two YouTube shows that they were on,
Yeah,
and they kind of they lost those shows, so they lost their wins. It's
and they
like bye
just
bye.
lost in Rampage too. They lost.
They lose on Rampage, they lose on Dynamite. So it's just like they losing there.
Yeah, yeah. This is the time to really like start boosting up new people. Some faces that you don't really use on the main show. Start showing them on Collision. There's a lot. You guys have a big roster. You guys could really benefit from it now.
100% agree.
But for first episode, I'll give the B minus. I think it deserves. Again, there's things I liked about it. I did like the set. I did like the commentating. Buddy and Andrade killed it. Like they fucking stole the show. Like I 100% say that was the best match of that night.
Hmm.
Um, and now we go to podcasts we listen to. I didn't listen to a lot of casts. I've been caught up with other shit, but I did listen to Maxine Dupree on After the Bell. It was kind of the same conversation she had with Ryan Satin. So if you
I
watch the
did not
one,
hear that one.
yeah.
I did hear the After the Bell one,
So you listen to one, you listen to both. Like she kind of answers
and
the
I
same
thought it was a
question.
good.
Yeah,
I thought it was a very good episode, and she's like a genius. So whatever,
yeah.
she's a workhorse. So good for her.
Nick Patrick is on Chris Van Vliet. That was actually a
Yeah,
fun conversation.
I have to watch that.
Yeah, that was.
Did he talk about being the NWO ref?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Oh God, I
he
need to know about that.
yeah he went into that. What else we got? We got Cameron Grimes on Out of Character with Ryan Sand. That was actually a
Oh
good
wow.
conversation. Um, yeah, that's all I got to listen to. Those are the three.
I will say one thing. It's not a podcast. Shout outs to Up Up Down Down for the past week and a half. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks going on. They've been having like other shows with other people. So Shayna's been on My Rise, which is good. They have Mia Yim with Resident Evil.
Oh, cool.
They had I guess it's basically the BRE, but they were doing a bunch of other stuff. Like Dakota popped in every once in a while, but like then they had last week the big ass Tekken when they were backstage, and Otis came in. Like
Yes.
what? Otis showed up. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're about to have another special soon too.
Good, good, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so shout out to them. Shout out to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They always have great stuff going on too, and Cardona's still killing it and getting in extra trying to get more titles on his belt.
Hmm.
Um, now we go to the wrestling retrospect. It's my pick, and seeing that he returned, again, you could probably you could probably learn some matches off of him. So I'll go with him because it's an easy one to pick right now. Let's go CM Punk.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have a particular date. I think just I'll say yeah. I don't have really a particular date. You could watch his WWE stuff. You could watch his thing like that. Seeing that it might be new to you anyway. It'll be good to see where he was at and like especially in WWE. Like him versus Cena, him versus Taker. So probably like his two big profile matches. Him versus Randy Orton. The Jeff Hardy rivalry. Him versus Rey Mysterio with the mask. There's a lot of good stuff that he has.
The I will say I know of it, and I saw him come back with the shaved head, and part of me said, "Oh, I hope Serena Deeb comes out."
Yeah,
Part of me was like, "Oh, if he links up with Serena Deeb again, oh, that could be cool."
yeah. So yeah, I'll go CM Punk.
So I have to watch the Straight Edge Society.
Yes.
I have not seen any of that.
All right. All right. Wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening and follow us on all social medias. We have Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark the Mic. Also, Spotify is the easiest way to get it on Red Cycle Inc. On Spotify. Definitely check that out and follow Red Cycle Inc.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. So check it out.
All right. Peace out, leaders, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.